Alright, hello everybody. After yelling at my computer because I had to fill out two-factor authentication again. No, not that. Recapture, yeah, that's right. Annoying thing. Anyways, apart from that, welcome back. If this is your first time viewing, welcome. Otherwise, hello. So, today we are looking to the tools that I'm going to test in terms of AI. I'm going to turn on the music a little bit there. All right, there we go. So we're going to be looking to the tools of the AI, getting that implemented. And we're going to be implementing this right now so that we can have something to sort of just test out and experiment with later on when we sort of figure out what sort of game mode or game type we're going to be implementing later on. So, with that in mind, the thing I'm going to sort of show you off today is actually something I did more recently, like just before now. Because as you know, I have been working on leading Project Laser Tag over here. We're making a multiplayer game, sort of like the game that we're making live here, but it's a little more advanced than that, actually quite a lot more advanced. But one of the things that's going to be part of the game, of course, is an AI, in case you don't want to play with other players. You want to play single player, you can play against AI. So this sort of spreadsheet here is the sort of thing that I'll go over making shortly for the live game, but it's a sort of diagram to help out with figuring out how the AI will pretty much work. What are the limits of the AI and what are the sort of expectations, and then we'll take this and then use it as a guideline to pretty much make the AI system that you'll see in Unreal Engine. So let's get started. So what this is start off with what the player can do, because with game AIs, that is assuming with AI that replicates a player. We want to be able to map whatever the player can do to whatever the AI can do. So the first thing I start off with is all the different controls that the AI can perform. 1 second, I'm gonna just make sure, there we go, this is pause. Okay, so yeah, we're starting off with all the different controls that the player can perform that are related to what the AI would be able to do. So there's like pause here, for instance. I'm not going to include pause though, because it doesn't make sense for the AI to like pause the game. So you can strike that through. So in regards to Project Laser Tag, it's a first-person shooter, so you have your basic move and look controls right here. So move with WASD, mount, look with mouse. You can also have like controller input, but I pretty much get the same input. Then there's special inputs it's in terms of movements. These are actually not too special, but I'll consider them special. Jumping and crouching. Then we have the firing, because you're playing laser tag, you have to fire a weapon. So there's a primary fire and a secondary fire by default with the character. Now, this is assuming standard base weapon implementation. It could vary depending on game modes or like configuration. But that's just beside the point. So next up in this spreadsheet, we have what the AI can do given this input. So as you can see, there's some borders to sort of indicate the grouping here. So in terms of movement, what can the AI do with its movement? It could fall off the map, for instance. We don't want it to do that though. So what we do want it to do is we want it to navigate around the map, and we want it to search for players. In terms of looking is used for aiming. When you're like shooting a laser, you have to sort of move the mouse to aim a little bit. So looking is primarily for aiming, and also to look around and search for other players, stuff like that. Jumping is like navigating, and also you can dodge stuff, and so on. And then like shooting, primary fire is obviously to sort of shoot targets. Then we will go into how the AI will do such. This is a more technical description of how the AI will accomplish the items in the B column there. So navigating around the map might seem like a sort of a very obscure thing to do. Well, the way that we're going to do it is we're going to use Unreal Engine's pathfinding pretty much. So Unreal Engine has its own pretty standard pathfinding algorithm that'll work to sort of navigate around the map. It's like a nav mesh. We can take a look at it when we open up the project, but I'm pretty sure we'll be using that along with the sensing. We'll take a look at that more in this live stream, actually, how the AI can like sense out the players and whatnot. In combination with that, so pathfinding is to navigate around the map, sensing is to attempt to search for players, looking would be utilizing adding rotational inputs. So the way that typically the functions work, we looked at like the enhanced input from previous live streams when we were implementing the input systems. We were calling functions that were adding the rotational inputs or the movement inputs pretty much. So same thing there, except instead of using a physical input, we're just using AI input. And then some of the other stuff here, so jumping, we'll probably take a look. We might so this pathfinding triggers, I forgot exactly what's called, but in Unreal Engine there's specific objects that you could place on the level to indicate that the AI should go and like say crouch or jump over something. For the mobile game we don't have any jumping or crouching features, so probably won't take a look at that. And then there's other stuff again with sensing and whatnot. Then we have conditions and modifiers. So first off, the conditions are like if-then statements, or like true statements. So the stuff in the conditions must be true in order for the AI to attempt to do whatever this is. Okay, so for instance, this here, the AI will only attempt to aim if it can see another player, pretty much, or if it remembers that there was another player. And then finally we have the modifiers. So these are things that can take into input how the AI will change its behavior pretty much. So pretty much right now I just have a difficulty indicator. So this is pretty much probably like a number or something that will indicate the behavior of the AI. Low difficulty will be easier. So for instance, low difficult AI won't be trying to make a distraction out of primary fire, or low difficulty AI might not dodge fire, or low difficulty AI might be inaccurate. It might it might be slower to move around the aim. And then excuse me. And then with higher difficulty AI, of course, then the opposite would be true. So higher difficulty AI could do stuff like try bait players into finding them, or have a more precise narrow window as to when to fire the laser, stuff like that. So yeah, that's sort of the chart, and we're gonna go into our Google Drive here, or like if you use Excel or something else, that'll work too. Just Google Drive's free and it backs up online, so I'll recommend that. We'll go into our live game here. Here we go. So last time we were here in Google Drive, we oh yeah, no, this is a screenshot of the sort of map layout that we came up with to sort of starting off. We're still sticking with this map. So all right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a Google Sheet here. Yeah, create share. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna do AI plan, and we're gonna do the same sort of formatting here. So I'm gonna expand these out a little bit. All right. So first one here, I'm gonna bold this to make it a title. What the player can do. What the AI can do with such. The AI do such. And then this will be conditions. And last we have modifiers. All right, let's go now, and then we'll just click this button right here. Get ourselves some nice lines here so we can see stuff a little bit better. Don't worry, it'll look a little bit better now. All right, so with that in mind, let's open up our live game here. and we'll take a look at it, and we'll fill out the first column here to figure out what the player can all do, at least currently with the game. So all right. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. We're on the main menu map still. We haven't implemented main menu, but no issue with that. So let's go into our gameplay level here, right here. There we go. A nice gameplay level. There we go. There's all the balls bouncing out and around. And as you can see, we move around. We shoot the balls. It's like that. Oh boy. You can probably change the fire rate there. That's quite the inconsistent thing there. All right. So the sort of basic premise of what the AI can do. I'm gonna hold on. Let's modify that. I just realized that there's a sort of glitch where you can rapid fire. Let's make sure that the player can rapid fire. That'd probably be good. So let's see here. Player looking. This is where the issue is. Let's see here. So we set the Boolean shooting to true or false. So when that rapidly switches between true and false, it will cause a rapid fire. At least I'm fairly certain that's what is going on. So let me see here. All right. So I think I'm going to modify this here, down here. We'll have that set to true, and only if it's shooting. And then shoot time. There we go, something like that. I'm not entirely sure about the naming there, but what we want to do is pretty much have this here. Set that. There we go. Set that to true to indicate that. Actually, no, set to false to indicate that the projectile's been spawned in. No, wait, hold on. We'll do and Boolean right here. We'll do a not equal. We need a not Boolean. Here we go. Not and not be shoot time. Alright, so if shoot time is false and shooting is true, then we can shoot. Otherwise, then we can't shoot. Pretty much. So then down here, so if shooting is true, actually, no, hold on. I got a better idea. We'll just make a new event. Yeah, I like that. Custom event, reset, shoot time. Put that there, set to false, and then right up here, we'll set it to true. Then I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Give us a little bit more room here. Oops. Alright, I'm going to do what I call a sort of flip-flop. So we're going to have a sequence here. We're going to have a sequence down here as well. And then we're going to have a do once. And then what we're going to do is we're going to swap pretty much these two for the reset switches. So what this will cause the script to do is pretty much run whatever do once is under here. Run it once, and then if the condition here switches, then it'll re-enable this here. And then what we want to do down here is we want to set timer by event. Give it a 0.25 second delay there, and then we'll just put it right there. We don't need to save it. We're not stopping this timer or anything like that. So there you go. That should help out with the rapid fire issues that we're getting. Yeah, that's better. All right. So now, no way to glitch it out or anything like that. And we can still hold down the mouse button too. You can probably work out a little bit better because I think, I don't know. We'll see. All right. So now back to our AI. And what it can do. So, first off, we can move around. As you can see, we're moving around. We can move around, we can move there, we can move here, we can move everywhere. Alright, next up we can rotate. And then we can shoot. So that's pretty much it. Fairly simple. For a mobile game, that's pretty standard, nice and simple. So let's start off with move. So this will be the left stick pretty much. Alright, what can the AI do with moving around? It can navigate. What else can it do? It can search for players. It can also reposition itself to avoid. So there we go. I think that's a good sort of starting off point. We will then select these cells here. We'll set this right there. Then we'll set the thickness right there. Make these nice and thick, and then go back to the thin line. Oh, okay. Thick lines, okay. And then let's try this again. Inner thin. There we go. Okay, that was probably not the easiest way to do that, but oh well. Alright, navigate. So how will the AI navigate? Same thing like I showed before, UE pathfinding. We'll take a look at what that will look like soon, hopefully. Alright, next up we have searching for players. Oh, why is this window? Hold on, sorry guys. Alright, so next up we have searching for players. So how will it do that? It will do that with UE sensing this time. Then repositioning to avoid the incoming fire. The way that we're going to do that is UE sensing plus some prediction. So in terms of prediction, this will be estimating projectile incoming position. There we go. Alright. Next up with the conditions. So as you can see, this cell is overhanging. So what we're going to do is just select all these, click this button right here, and wrap. Because for some reason Google Sheets doesn't wrap it by default. Oh well. Alright, conditions. So any conditions in terms of navigation? No, not necessarily. No conditions for navigations, no conditions for Unreal sensing other than players are detected nearby or visible. Can find routes as well. And then conditions for avoidance. This would be the prediction pretty much. Incoming projectiles. There we go. And then modifiers, we'll do another sort of difficulty modifier. So difficulty range of detecting players nearby, and then difficulty modifier again. So this would be the, I think, probably reaction time and prediction accuracy to avoid. There we go. Okay. There we go. There's our moving with left stick. Then we have aim with the right stick. So this is more or less just, well, we'll see. Let's see. All right. So what can the AI do with aiming? It can, well, it can pretty much just aim. It's pretty much it. It's not shooting. So, and there's no looking mechanism, unlike in like laser tag, for instance. Aim. How will the AI do that? It will use rotational inputs. Conditions. Now this is probably where the aim really comes into play. Conditions. AI sees objects to aim at, pretty much. And then modifiers. Difficulty. Accuracy to move, aim. Accuracy, and also the speed to move the aim. So there we go. I think that's pretty much it for aim. And then last but not least, we have shoot. So can the AI do with the shoot input? It can fire projectiles. How will the AI do such? It will pretty much spawn the projectiles. Function call, we'll do that. Conditions. So the conditions for the shooting are that the AI is aiming accurately such that it predicts shots will hit, or perhaps special, like, you know, a distraction or something. So then again, difficulty goes into accuracy, indication. All right, now just gonna make these outer edges nice and thick. There we go. Okay, one more thing that I want to do, actually, because these are all the player inputs. There's one more thing that player can do, and that is predict shots, pretty much. So that's another fairly important thing for players to be able to do. So what they can do with prediction is predict shots. So same thing again. How the AI will do such now, this is the more difficult thing. This is going to be much more sort of technical implementation, though I think I do have an idea. So similar to how in laser tag mirrors can bounce off of walls, we can predict the path that the projectiles will move via what are known as channel traces. So it will trace from the weapon to X bounces around. If trace found, shot predicted. If not trace found, sorry. If a hit is found, then shot is predicted. Conditions, hit is visible to AI. That's pretty much it. And then difficulty will be the modifier will be the difficulty, which will indicate the size of trace prediction. All right. So there we go. If I say so myself, it's a fairly basic AI, at least at the start here. With just the basic controls, we just want to get the AI to sort of target the other players as necessary. Alright, so with that in mind, let's go take a look into Unreal Engine now. Take a look at some of the tools that we have to sort of work with the AIs. So we're going to be working entirely with the blueprints as usual with this game. So no need to figure out anything else. What I'm going to start off with is we're going to go, let's check here for our, let's see here, player. There's our base player there. Let's go into core here. Yeah, this looks like it. So we're going to make a new controller there actually. So let's search here, just controller. And one of the controllers right there is AI controller. So select that. This will be main AI controller. Here we go. So the AI controller is like, you know, if you recall from previous streams, I mentioned that the player controller here acts as the player instance of the game, like the physical player like myself. It remains persistent when you like transition to levels. The AI is the virtual representation of a player when there's no player present, pretty much. So this AI controller is what is going to provide our basic functionality. As you can see, there's some components already included, and there's this actions component and this path following component. So the path following will go into play into the navigation. Now the main player controller, let's take a look back at that. So as you can see here, we have a little bit of stuff here. So this is all just setting up inputs and whatnot, but other than that, there isn't much else that the player controller is actually doing. As for the AI controller, we're going to have a little bit more. So let's see here. I'm going to just do a quick little exploration, see if there's any other interesting components we could do. All these components, by the way, these fields are for chaos physics, in case you're wondering. Alright. Can do add a voice over IP talker. Alright, there we go. We have our main AI controller. Now let's go into our game mode here, and we need to set the main AI controller. Actually, we don't have to set that. What we will do, though, is actually in our base player, right here, select the pawn right there, and then let's switch our AI controller to our main AI controller right there. And now, if I save that, so we have right here, if you look here, auto possess AI placed in world. This means that for testing purposes, we can go into our level here, and we can just add in our AI. So if we go to the player, drag in the base player, there we go, there's our base player, and it will automatically have the AI controller on it. We'll add, a few more here. There we go. Now if we click run, as you can see, this is us. We're moving around. There's the other player. Oh boy, that's not right. We shouldn't be able to do that. That was interesting. Okay, looks like these characters, when we added them in, they aren't on the ground. So let's fix that real quick. We'll do that. We'll just go to the right viewport here. There we go. Move them up. So there. That's good enough. All right. So that shouldn't be an issue now. Yeah. Okay. No good. So I can see players have collisions. Yeah, that's what it's called. We can't go in and whatnot. So let's take a look over here at our layouts here while we're still running the level. Gonna hide all these folders here. And where's the controllers? Well, the controllers aren't visible because we're running in standalone mode, I believe, or we're running client mode. I'm not sure which. Which one are we? Ah, we're in the listen server. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We're still trying to figure out the replication issues. We'll cover that soon, but here we go. We're in client mode, and as you can see, the movement's kind of sketchy. But let's look here back on our list here. Okay, we have a player controller. So this is our local player controller. As you can see, the AI controllers aren't visible though. So stop that. Now let's go to standalone mode right here. There we go. We're in standalone mode. It works all fine. Now if we look over here, let's go down. Here we go. Here's our AI controllers right there. So each for the 3 players that we placed down. Alright, so we'll keep those just for testing purposes as we start to implement the actual AI. So let's go to our blueprints here. We'll make a new folder. We'll just call it AI. There we go. This is where we'll have all this sort of fancy stuff. And in terms of the artificial intelligence, so right here, artificial intelligence. Wow. Alright, so there are some elements here for the AI. So first off is the behavior tree. There's no documentation, of course. And then the Blackboard and the environment query. So I'll actually mention the environment query because this came up previously. I believe this is what it is. The environment query is the object we can place in the map and tell the AI to do something based off of that. Alright, next up, now we have the behavior tree. So this is going to be the base of the AI, the root of the AI. So base behavior tree. This is how the AI is going to make its decision making. How the pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to be taking this here that we made previously, and we're going to be converting it into this tree. So this right here is our plan. I'll just yeah, sure, we'll put up the secondary viewport here real quick. Let me get that up. There we go, display capture 2. There we go. Now we can see the plan right there. Alright. So next up we have, if we look back here, we have the Blackboard. So what the Blackboard does is it stores all sorts of different data that the controller can use to make its sort of decisions and do other various stuff. So we'll probably need a Blackboard as well. We'll do base Blackboard. Alright. So the AI behavior tree. What this pretty much is a state machine. So we're going to have a few states. So the way that this works out is, let's see here, we have the Blackboard. So if I go over here to Blackboard, we can select our Blackboard. There we go. Or not. Let's open up the Blackboard real quick. Save. Alright, save. It automatically linked it based off the name. That's good. So now if I add like a test, there we go. Alright, and then I go back here. It doesn't actually add it. Alright, so then we will actually do this sort of out of order. I'm going to go delete this, delete that, yeah. Oh, what? It's weird. Let me check this again. Okay, actually I did link it. Okay, never mind. Alright, so there we go. We have a test boolean right there. We don't need that though. So self-actor is the actor which the AI is controlling. So it's going to be like whatever this object is, pretty much. Alright, let's go back to the behavior tree now. So it starts off on the root node. Now if I drag off of the root node on this little bar here, we have 3 different options. We have the selector, sequence, and simple parallel. So let's go over these here. First off, we have the selector. Selector will execute the children from left to right. So this is like a leftmost node, and go rightmost. It will stop executing if when one of the children succeeds. So let's take a look at that, and then if one of them succeeds, it all succeeds. And then let's take a look at the sequence. So the sequence is a little bit different. Instead, it will stop executing when one of them fails. So there we go. As you can see, it overrode our connection right there. And then last off, we have simple parallel. This will perform multiple actions simultaneously, I think. This node is local scope for decorators. So decorators, low priority both will be removed when executed. Okay, I don't necessarily think the simple parallel is too important, but let's start with a success selector. No, actually, let's start with, so all right, yeah, okay, this is, yeah, simple parallel. So you have two tasks pretty much that you can run right here. Okay, here's our tasks, by the way. And then you can run more composites or tasks. So yes, these are the composites. Then we have the tasks. So let's delete that. Let's add a sequence here. So remember, this is from left to right. It'll stop executing one of the children fails. Actually, no, we'll do sorry, the selector first. So let's look back at our plan here, right here on the corner here. I'm gonna move this back up to the main window here. So what we can do is we can rank these actions. So let's go over here. Let's do ranking. So shooting is the most important rank, then prediction. After that, aim. So aim and prediction actually go sort of hand in hand. We'll go put those next to each other. And then move. Move sort of, let's do avoidance. So if it can't predict, if it can't shoot, if the prediction's bad, then it will move around to avoid. Then it will finally move to search. So what will this look like? Let's actually redo this a little bit. So we'll do move search. That'll be the first thing to do. Then see player. Does it see a player? It will attempt to predict. Prediction, if that's good, it will then attempt to aim, and then it will shoot. So this sort of goes like that, and then there we go. Now, then, if the prediction is false, move to better positioning. Perhaps it sees projectile. See projectile incoming, then it will move. True. Move to avoid, pretty much. All right. So there we go. This is the sort of flow diagram, sort of a loose flow diagram. It's not that organized necessarily, but it will work to help us out. So that's the sort of thing that we're going to take and convert into here. So the first thing that we need to do then is probably react if we see a player. Alright, so let's see here. We have these tasks. So tasks are what the AI will do. It can be stuff like playing a sound or sending an action to a pawn, I guess. You can be waiting. So then what we need to do is we need to have sort of a separate branch. So this will be like the root sequence pretty much. All right, next off, then we're gonna have over here, I'm gonna have, let's have a selector again. No, let's have a sequence. Sequence here. Handle seeing player. Return false if no player found. There we go. And then over here, we'll do the selector this time. Search for player. Alright, so let's go over here to this right here. Right here, we'll add a task. Finish with the result. We'll just finish it right at the end right there. With our result succeeded. We'll do actually in progress. Okay. Alright, now, then how exactly do we detect to see when it should stop? So there's two other things here. Service, default focus. So service is a modifier for the task here. I don't necessarily think it's too important. Service will automatically assess AI's controller focus when it becomes active. Okay, so it has to do with modifying the AI controller itself, running like some sort of script for the AI controller. All right, so then we have decorators. So these are our modifiers. Let's see here. So we will, let's add a Blackboard actually. Yeah, sure, Blackboard. All right. And then right here in the Blackboard, we're gonna add a Boolean right here. Sees other players, pretty much. There we go. Got some water spilled on my chair here. Okay. There we go. So there we go. Sees other players. If that is true, then we know that the AI will see the other players. Let's go back to the Blackboard here, behavior tree. Here we go, Blackboard based condition. All right, let's see here. Key query is set. Yes. No, this is slightly different actually. So this only checks to see if the key value has been set up. So we don't actually want this as a decorator. Or a, yeah, decorator. What we can do instead is let's drag out here actually. Let's see what other tasks we have. All right. All right, let's okay. Let's get our AI to be able to see stuff now. I guess that probably makes most sense. So we're in our base player here. Let's go to the viewport. You know, there's our wonderful player. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to add. I'm gonna add an AI perception. There we go. Just call that AI perception, and this will enable the senses of our AI. So I'm gonna go add a senses config. And this is going to be to indicate all the senses that our AI has. So we'll do sight, we'll add another one, we'll do hearing, add another one, we'll do damage, another one, and then let's see here. Probably do touch, why not? Touch is like if the object itself is colliding, pretty much. And then we'll also do team sense. So we'll do, oh, we can even do prediction sense as well. That'll be interesting. Alright, so pretty much adding in all the senses. Then we can configure the senses as well. So, you know, sight radius, lost side radius and stuff like that. Though, how would I then how would I would then need to link the sight sense with the camera sense. Let's do detect enemies, no detect friendlies, right there. Alright. Hearing range. Then we have damage. This pretty much is damage and touch are stuff that just happened. Let's see here. I'm gonna pull up actually the documentation real quick because to be honest, I haven't done too much with the AI in Unreal Engine. Yeah, okay. Artificial intelligence in Unreal Engine. Oh, interesting. There's a state tree. Is this new to Unreal Engine 5? Yes, it is. Huh. Okay, so new feature I didn't actually hear about in Unreal Engine 5 is a state tree right here. Here we go. There's a state tree official documentation there. Wait a second, that's not in. You know what? I bet it's a plugin. Let's see here. So go to some plugins here. State tree, there it is. So yeah, you could do that. If you've worked with sort of state trees, the way that this looks like, it looks like the behavior tree though, just a little reformatted. It might be easier for you to work with. I might look into it myself, but we are not gonna focus on the source state tree system currently because that's a new feature with Unreal Engine 5. What we would do though is look at the behavior trees here. This will enable the functionality of the of our character here. So I'm taking a look at the documentation here. Here we go, basic tasks setup. So this is what we need to do. Yes, we need to set our tasks. Alright, so there we go. There's sort of layout. So let's go. We can rename these. So this is player scene, player search. All right. Oh boy, hearing some thunder there. Okay. Now let's see here about adding our behaviors. Okay, new task. I need to add a new task, so click this button right up here. There we go. Alright. And then base player tasks. Make a new folder there. Boom. BTT task underscore. So we'll do BTT underscore search for player. Alright. So is our task. Now if we look back here, then we can add the task in. So open up the content browser here. Blueprints, AI, base player, just drag that in. Never mind, you can't do that. You have to drag out there. Task, BTT, search for player, right there. Boom. There's our task. I'm going to save this stuff too. All right, now to implement the task, I'm going to right click this. We're going to go add event, and under the AI, add event received execute AI. So there we go. First thing we want to do is take our controlled pawn here. I'm gonna go cast this to our base player. There we go. All right. All right. I'm taking a look here. Trying to think of how we're going to navigate it exactly. Alright, let's take a look at this here. I want to show you how the navigation system works in Unreal Engine a little bit. So we're going to go show here, show navigation right there. As you can see, there's no navigation, so we're going to have to fix this. So search here on the floor here, navigation. Alright, looks like we're gonna have to generate our navigation mesh. So we're gonna go up to build. Yep, build. Okay, build. Build paths. This page was written for a previous version of Unreal Engine. I don't know. Aha. There it is. We were forgetting about this. So, to enable navigation, we need to add ourselves a nav mesh bounds volume. So, let's set this up real quick. I'm going to go into the port viewport mode. And let me see here. Wonder if brush shedding. Oh, looks like we do. Alright, so we have the old brush shedding tools still available to us. So I'm going to add the nav mesh bounds volume just to fit the walkable space here. And luckily the map is set pretty simple so that oh boy, I messed that up. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna set this up. It's nice how it's set up so that everything can just fit nice and easily. Alright. There we go. Now we have the nav mesh bounds volume. That's a mouthful. Covering the entire map as expected. So now if I go build and then build pass again. Alright, that looks better. Though not quite. Because obviously you can't reach up here. So let's modify this a little bit. I'm going to lower this down by 1 and it should... Can my cat stop eating my leg? There we go. Okay, so there we go. That should fix it. Stop it. Get out here, Rex. Get. Alright, sorry about that. My cat. Okay, so there we go. We have our navigation now. And as you can see, it is highlighted green to indicate that that is where the player can move around in. Alright, now let's get the pawn here to be able to navigate around. So I'm going to go over here. And then right here we will have a boolean be is AI control. Actually, no, we don't need that, because if I recall, hold on, is player control. So the opposite of is player controlled would be A is AI controlled. All right. So now, how do we want the movement to work? Well, so let's take a look. I keep saying let's take a look. Let's look at our event tick function. There it is. All right. Do another one down here. B. Do not boolean. There we go. Not is player controlled. So we're going to run any sort of AI specific script here. AI tick update stuff. All right. So just for, sort of testing, what I want to do, get point so here's the AI navigation. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. Okay, origin. Get actor location. Oh, actually, hold on. Get random reachable point in radius. That'll be better. So I'll do that. Do say 10,000 or something like that. Current variable set random location. Yep. All right. There we go. There you go. So we'll always have some sort of a random location that the AI can attempt to navigate to, pretty much. Actually, no. I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. Let's make it into a function here. Move AI, boom. All right, paste that there. Set random, okay, and then simple move to location. Okay, you know what? Alright, let's see here. Let's see what we have so far. So we have a move AI function that gets a random location within a navigable radius. Alright, now we need to get a path that the AI can navigate down. I think once we get a path, then it should be fairly simple that we can just plug the path into our input and the AI should be able to follow that input. So AI navigation. Let's see here what we have. So adding local navigation grid is just some stuff to add on to the navigation path. Here we go. Find local navigation grid path. Find path to actor. Find path to location. Let's define path to location. So path start will be get actor location. Path end will be our random location right there. All right. And make sure we add a little check here. True, false. Okay, there we go. So now we have a path. So let's go here. Actually, I'm going to do some organizing here. So we'll do AI. There we go. All right, random value right there. It's navigation path object reference. We're going to promote this to a variable. Set this to AI path. There we go. And then if it doesn't work, so that is if it does work. If it doesn't work, we're going to set AI path to null. All right. So now we have the AI. It can navigate a path pretty much. If we call this move AI function. So then we want the AI to not only find the path, but also then go for the path. It should continue following this path until it sees a player. Okay. By the way, the nav mesh is primarily made for flat character objects, pretty much. It can be more complicated if you're working like 3D space. You might have to do something a little more manually. All right, let's see here. So back to our behavior tree here. We have ourselves a function to search for the player. So as base player, we can grab our senses over there. So sense aha. So thanks to the senses here, we can see if there are any enemies detected nearby. Pretty much. So the way to do that is empty. Here we go. All right. So if it is empty, then we can't search for any players. Wait, no, hold on. So if it is not empty, then that means that we have found a player, alright? If not empty, found players. There we go. So then, false, we need to return, we need to ha, okay. Okay. So if it found players, it will finish execute. That means that'll go to here, and then because it succeeds, it will go back to here. Then it will use the player scene, pretty much. All right. And then let's do Blackboard data as well. So I want to know what actors the AI sees. So do objects. We'll do sensed actors. There we go. Key type. Kind of do an array. Okay, let's not worry about that then. You probably don't need that, so save that. Alright, there we go. And then if the list of enemies is empty, then we want to move the player around pretty much. So we want to pretty much call the function move AI. Here we go. So then that will set up our location for the AI. Our Blackboard state here. All right, wait. Let's see here. I'm looking at their random control here. Okay, AI controller is one thing that we need to do. So over here, event on possess. There we go. We need to run our behavior tree. Oh. The perception, the AI perception here. All right, you know, let's just do move to simple move to act now. Okay. So I'm taking a look at the documentation material over here. All right. So let's this function here, this move AI function. Let's copy this over actually. Take this out of here. Delete that. And delete the move AI. Yeah, delete it. Alright, compile that, then we'll paste it here actually, and we'll just call it over here. We'll create a variable. There we go. Alright. Create the variable for the AI path as well. And then we need to get the pawn location. There we go. And then the controller actually has the perception. So main AI controller, AI perception. There we go. Just keep the default name there. broadcast this to the main AI controller. AI perception, get AI perception, and then there we go. Okay, let's see here. Now, we just need to get the AI to put the inputs in, pretty much, to move the player along the path. Weird. Can't find where the AI following is in this. Okay, let's see here. So I need the AI to be able to move around. So I can do, if we look back at our base player, the way that I have base player working out is with these functions here. Update rotation, shoot server, and then our movement here, add input. So we'll be calling those functions over here. So let's see if I can make a custom event here. Follow path. There we go. Nav path. All right. So then I go back to here. We want this nav path to be our navigation path object reference. So that would be back here. Navigation path object reference. There we go. Okay. So then we also need a reference to this pawn here. So I'm going to right click this, promotes variable, and possess pawn. Let's see what sort of functions we have in terms of the navigation path here. Navigation. Get path length is partial, is string pooled. Not sure what that exactly means. Okay, let me see here. Let's try this out. Oh. What is the correct way for an AI to follow the path? Okay, you know what? We're gonna just we'll do this the easy way. Move to goal location, then will be this here. Target location. Negative vector. There we go. Can actually do, hold on. We don't even need to do it there. We can do it all within the decorator. Or the task here, sorry. So paste this here, set the AI path, do all that stuff. Set our goal location to the random location that we found right there. So random location. We don't even need the path, huh? Interesting. Use path finding, accept partial path, da 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 da. Okay, on move finished, then we will need to do finish execute, and let's see what other fishes there are. Finish. So there's finish and execute, finish abort. Okay. So I want it to fail because it will succeed only if it sees another player. And then right here, if it fails, finish abort, pretty much. Okay, this should, blueprint self is not a controller, so we need to grab ourselves the controller over here. So I'll just, there we go, just drag that over there, create some organization here. There we go. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Alright, with that all set up, now let's see what, I guess, happens. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to go and I'm going to click simulate here. So, okay. They're not moving. Alright, let's go to the blackboard here. So as you can see, we have some stuff going on the blackboard. Let's see here. We have the root running. And that's it. Okay. So I think it's getting stuck somewhere. Let's see here. So I have the selector. It will go from left to right and stop when one of their children succeeds. So we need player scene to... Let's flip these around, actually. Actually, no, hold on. We'll replace this with the other one, this sequence, because this will fail if the player is not seen. Alright. There we go. Save that. I'm going to put that over here, move this right there, and then click simulate again. Alright, there we go. We had something move around. Let's try that again. Alright, as you can see, seems like it's not doing it right. Well, first off, we need to make sure that the nav mesh works despite the players being there already. So let's see here, the sphere right here. So check what the navigation system is with the sphere. So search here, I believe it would be an obstacle. Nope. Alright, yeah, we have a collision check here, so. Dynamic obstacle, let's check that. There we go. Alright, now if I resimulate this, it gets, oh, look at that, that one's navigating. But this one's stuck, so seems like we need to adjust this, because as you can see, the green area is where they can navigate, but they can obviously cannot navigate all the way into this area. So we need to adjust that. And the way to adjust that is, let me search this up again. Sorry about that. Let's see here, navigation system. So I need to configure the navigation system to work with the size that we got. So how to modify the navigation mesh. Okay, let's see here. Might be in the project settings. Engine navigation mesh. Here we go, agent radius. So the agent is our character, and this will judge how the navigation mesh is generated. So agent max slope, okay. I want the agent to not be able to jump. Alright. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to set this radius to the radius value here. So radius 90. So this should be able to modify that. And then we'll also set the height to 90 as well, because it's a sphere. Okay. Did that change things a little bit? I'm not entirely sure. No, it doesn't look like it did. Let's rebuild the navigation mesh real quick. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, it's a little better, but this one over here is still getting stuck. And alright, let's see here. So we have basic movement going on right now. Let's make it so that it can move a little bit further. So back here in our search for player here, we'll do a radius of, instead of 1,000, do 10,000. Yeah, why not? Alright, see what this looks like now. They just get stuck. Why are they getting stuck? Agent radius 35. 35? What? No. I set the agent radius to 90. It's not changing. What? Maybe it's in the world settings? Or... maybe it's in the nav bounds, navigation mesh bounds. Off my desk, come on. I'm working right now, come on, off. Aha. Okay, that's interesting. So, a lot of the default classes already have their own movement implemented. Oh, but I'm not using character movement, huh? I wonder if there's some avoidance in here. Can the Unreal Engine page load everything? Alright, well, to be honest, guys, I'm a bit stuck here. Sorry about this. Well, let's look at what we got right now. So, yeah, the AI just gets stuck. It's a bit different how we're how we've been implementing the AI. Oh, look at this guy go. I need to change the radius here to make or something to make sure that the AI doesn't the AI keeps clipping on the edges here and whatnot. So let's see here. Cell size. I don't know why it's ignoring the agent radius that I'm modifying though. Why isn't it updating? Let me try reloading the map real quick. Oh no, why do we have too many menu maps? Delete that. Delete that. Oh, come on. Why don't I delete? It's what? Supported agents. Let's add one. Radius 90. Can not jump or crouch, but it can walk. Alright. Let's see here. So there we go. I added that in. Now if we rebuild the navigation path, that's better. Alright, let's see what this looks like now. Oh yeah, there we go. Now they're nice and smooth. Going around each other. Navigating the map without running to the walls. That's good. Alright, there we go. Alright, so next up, let's see if we can get them to shoot at each other. Also, I'm going to lower the lower radius a little bit so they can go through the little small, narrow areas. Let's try a 45. Let's see if that works. So, rebuild the nav mesh data. Here we go. See if they get stuck. Oh, they do get stuck. Alright. So let's keep just tweaking this. So set this back to 90. So that's our character size. Now let's see here. I'll set this actually to 80. Let's see if we can get anything with 80 down. It's re-showing a lot of the data. Okay, there we go. Still nothing there. Alright, let's set it to, let's keep lowering it a little bit until we get something. So there we go. Oh, that rebuild? Okay, there we go. Looks like we have something now. So if I click play, you should be able to see. Oh, nope, they get stuck. Uh-oh. Let me spawn in here real quick. Uh-oh, I can't move. Why can't I move? It's not good. There we go. So I can move around. Can I move into here? Yeah, I can move into here. Okay. So let's set this back to 90. Keep it at 90. set the navigation generation to dynamic so that if the level changes mid-running, it will continue updating. Where do those agents go? Agents, supported agents. Navigation system? Oh, there it is. Rough size of this agent used when projecting onto navigation mesh. Okay. Weird. Let's try having 45, 45. No, let's try 90, 90, 90. Let's just make it a cube. And once we enable drawing now. Okay, there we go. Change this color. Let's make it red. Interesting how the live updating is working out. It really seems like they're getting stuck more. Okay. Now for these, we'll just move them out a little bit. Or actually, I'll make them smaller. Yeah, sure, we'll make them smaller a little bit. Modeling. Polyed, there we go, and drag that back like 1 unit. Let's actually do a 10. 2, 3. There you go. Alright. This should be a little bit better. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, I can't undo. Okay, accept. So this is 200 wide. Let's go back to our nav mesh and see if we can modify the cell precision. So we're going to choose the highest resolution first and set it according to highest desired precision and then other resolutions. Okay, so let's lower this then down to 10. This is to like 15 or so. Alright, let's see if that improves anything. Oh, there we go. Have a little path there now. Just build all levels here real quick to get that warning out of the way. Ooh, looks like our agent isn't quite there yet. That's not good. Let's fix that real quick. Oh boy, that's not good at all. Okay, so yeah, let's fix that real quick, like I said. To do that, we need to source and destination light map index. Okay. Apply. Whoops, what did I just apply to? Oh, setting that up. Okay, so that's the collision setup. Now UV channel 0. That's weird. Very weird. Let's turn off the dynamic mesh, nav mesh updating. That'll be in here, isn't it? Where is it? Let's try reducing this cell size a little bit. With 5. Switch this to 10. There we go. Now I have a little path to navigate down there. Set this to 30 as well. All right. And then you figure out how to set up change the dynamic updating, because I don't really want that. Unsigned generation. There we go. Static. That's better. Oh, look at that. Now they're going through. And they got that guy got stuck though. Uh-oh, they got stuck. Yeah, there's some collision issues that we'll have to fix up. Now let's see if we can get them to shoot at each other now. So let's go into the behavior tree. We are running a search for player. Okay, let's see here. Let's just call one of these, I guess. Nope. Okay. Let's see if we can debug the sensing. So that's the navigation system. I want the perception. There we go, AI perception. Stimuli source. AI perception debugging. Pressing the apostrophe key while getting rid of pressing key 4. Should bring up perception information. Okay, apostrophe 4. Or hold on, no apostrophe. Where's modeling tools open up? Enabling AI debugging. Why isn't it working? Yeah, no, AI debugging is not opening. Nice. I really like when the help page just says, hey, I found it's an issue. I put a bug report in. Great job, great job. Okay, project settings. Activation key is apostrophe. Let's change it. Let's see about, I think dash would be better. It's not working. What? Okay, yeah, no, now we are actually kind of stuck. Trying to get the gameplay debugger working, but it's not working. Maybe, hold on, maybe if I need to actually be in the gameplay. Oh, there we go. Okay. 1 AI debug actor. Type hyphen to close and use numpad to numpad. I don't have a numpad. Oh, look at that. There's this navigation data. That's interesting. I don't have a num lock. I have a scroll lock on my keyboard. There we go. Alright, there you go. Okay, let's try this now. How do I change the debug actor in this? Alright, I think that's good enough for now. Unfortunately, didn't get that much done, but I'll take a look at it on my own, hopefully, before next time. And see if I can get anything a little bit better done. So similar content here. Began basics of AI system. And we call it the live stream over. Alright, there we go. Close out of that, and they're gonna fish up. Alright, so next week, I believe I will not be able to live stream, and I'm not sure if anybody else will be able to cover, but what I will be doing instead is I'll still be live around this time. We will be doing a replay of one of the older streams, so that you can check that out. Let me add in the music at the end here because I changed up my system a little bit. There we go, music, add existing. All right, transition, there we go. Okay, so yeah, if you're if you're watching here, be sure to come in next week, and I'll be replaying the probably this is the first live stream. Doing that. Figure out how that'll work out. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, see you next time, and then hopefully the week after that. Things might get a little bit busy. I might have to reschedule. We'll see. Hopefully I can keep up with this, however. And hopefully we can get the AI system working as well. Once we do that, then we can create a little sort of death match, implement some respawning. And I think we'll have, like, some good spots to test out and play out a little game mode. So yeah, thanks for stopping in to watch if you're here and watching the replay, or if you're live. And I'll see you next time. There we go. Goodbye.